with me whilst we talk about why I've gone back into plan. I've done my brows already because, honest to God, these brows at the minute when they're not done are mad. If you would like all the links for what I am using, let me know. If I'm looking here, I'm just looking in the mirror. I went back onto plan 2 weeks ago. As you will know, if you followed me for a while, the last 18 months have been mental when it comes to my own mental health. I've always been someone that has struggled with things like anxiety and episodes of depression, and just thanks childhood for that. But I think this year it all kind of came to a head, and I really felt like this year was kind of laid out the way it was laid out because I was meant to kind of have this kind of discovery or acceptance of who I was, which sounds so deep. But I'm such a believer in that the universe makes things happen at certain times, and I have to believe that the universe made this year the way it did because there was some growth plan on the horizon. I have a condition called PMDD, which is awful. It's so hard to deal with, and if you don't know what it is, you can look it up. I will tag a couple of pages and resources that I have used that can give you more information. But anyway, PMDD is the bane of my life, and until my ovaries just decide that they want to stop overing, it's something I'm going to deal with. I have PMDD, and for that I was given sertraline about 18 months, 2 years ago now, to start taking. And over the period of that 18 months, I've had my dosage increased, and it still really has done nothing. However, what it did do is make me gain weight. They made my appetite uncontrollable. My appetite was pretty on point. Since I'd lost weight, obviously I lost 12 stone from my heaviest to kind of where I was in September 2021, and I maintained that really easily. I found the way of eating that worked for me. I could manage my appetite really well. I didn't have these massive sugar cravings, which I'd always had before. Life was good. Then I started taking sertraline, and it feels like I've been given 4 stomachs that are all completely empty, and I am absolutely ravenous all the time. Really well managing it. However, managing that whenever you feel okay is one thing. Managing that when life is life-in is another. I basically lifed, and alongside my PMDD, I was just having lots of stress as a parent, which we all have. There was business stress, there was family stress, we all get stressed, right? It was nothing that nobody else experiences. However, when I added in my PMDD episodes and then trying to control the increased hunger and being an emotional eater and somebody who does turn to food to help in these situations, I've done that all my life. It's one of those things that I really don't think you ever get rid of. I think you just manage it a little bit better. But I was not managing it well whenever all of this was going on. It wasn't overnight I put weight on. It's been really, really gradual, and I always had a stone that I would let myself play with when it came to my weight, which is what I had, and then that kind of started going up a bit more, and I was okay, I'm okay with that, it is what it is. I feel this is what's going to happen whilst I'm managing the best I can. And then it went up a little bit more, and we're talking a couple of pounds, every couple of months, a couple of pounds, and then it would it'd be okay, and then a couple of pounds, and then I'd be okay, and then a couple more pounds, and I'd be what is happening? And one day, I couldn't even really tell you why this happened, but I was recording a podcast with Jem, and she literally came on to record, and I just basically broke down, and I was I just feel I've got no control over food anymore. This has been building and building and building, and it's got to a place now where I just feel I'm not controlling it. And if I'm honest, I've probably felt I'm not controlling it for the last couple of months. I've just wanted to be in denial, acting when this happens it will get better, when this happens it will get better, but the reality of it was it just wasn't getting better. And yeah, as a result, my weight had gone up as well, which, I mean, it wasn't the end of the world. Like, I didn't look at myself and I was like, I hate how I look or anything like that, but I hated how my relationship with food was. I had weight I wanted to lose, but that weight was in my mind, not necessarily on my body. And obviously over the last couple of years, I have had several skin removal surgeries. So whilst the weight had gone up, if anything, I was happier with my body than I'd ever been. Like all my clothes were still the same, like my clothes size. It was just like a couple of things. Maybe I was buying a clothes size bigger, which there's nothing wrong with. And like, that in itself wouldn't make me be like, oh my God, you need to like do something drastic. Because I mean, I'm buying a size 12. There was a time that I was looking at buying a size 30. Like, I have to put things in perspective. I didn't feel my most comfortable, and the main reason for that was because I didn't feel in my mind comfortable with my relationship with food. What that meant was I had to do something about it.